What is going on? Yeah, I'm making this live video, man. I'm out here in this area they call Laverne. Yeah, man. I want to share something with you guys, man. You know, one of the things that I've realized about Tennessee is this, man. There's nowhere in Tennessee where you move around that you're not being followed for no reason. That's the funny thing, man. You see, you could be doing all the right things, but yet there's always somebody harassing you, man. It's always somebody harassing you. I had to take the picture of this guy's tag, who I saw follow me from the freeway all the way up to, the place that I came to eat, and then he took off. Right when I took the picture of his tag, man. It's funny, man, because Tennessee is one of those type of states, man, where I guess they're bored. There's not enough crime going on in Tennessee that they want to follow and harass innocent people and pretend to act like normal civilians, but yet, you know what I mean? But I don't peep through all that, man. These people are they're just extra, man. They're extra. And to be honest, how the drama started, I couldn't even tell you, man. They all be in cahoots with each other. You know what I mean? They send the little do boys and their little, you know, people that they can control to update them on the information and so on and so forth. And it's just the weirdest thing. It's been a ongoing battle for some years now. It's just oh man. But for entertainment purposes, you know what I mean, I entertain some of those goofballs, man. Because I figure they ain't got nothing better to do with their time in their life anyway, man. So, yeah, that's just the devil at work, man. The devil, you know what I mean? Like, he can't be everywhere at the same time. He can't be God, so he got to use puppets and put puppets on strings that he can, you know what I mean, play around with and so on and so forth. But I think it's funny. I think it's funny, man. You know, I was having a conversation with this guy yesterday who was one of the puppets, right? And the crazy thing about it is, right, there's nothing that I'm doing that's illegal. There's nothing that I'm doing that's harming anybody. There's nothing that I'm doing, you know what I mean, like, I'm not even starting any trouble. But I guess, they just like to annoy people and do crazy things, and that's just it's a bad thing. That's the kind of thing, you know what I mean, that causes these kind of individuals to get in trouble, you know what I mean, and so on and so forth, because it's really harassment. It's harassment, and it's one of the biggest lawsuits. You see what I'm saying? That could definitely take place. You see what I'm saying? And the proof, the evidence is there. And yeah, you gotta get somebody that's above their head. There's somebody that's really gonna dig into the situation. You know, I had one situation one time where I had to get internal affairs involved because I was trying to figure out like what's going on. But yeah, you know what I mean, it's just, they're ignorant, man. You know what I mean? This state is just one of those type of state where there's a lot of ignorant fools that live out here, man, and they ain't got nothing better to do with their time, man. You know, I really wish they had something better to do, but they don't. And it would almost seem like this is a made-up story, but I'm gonna show you guys one of the pictures of the license tag of one of the guy that was actually following me. Yeah, let me show you the picture. Let me show you guys the picture. I tracked them just like they tracked me, man. Hold up, give me 1 second. Let me put this on pause right quick. Hold up, give me a second. Hey, tell your husband that I'm gonna be over there right now. I'm getting an oil change. So after I get the oil change, I'm heading back up there to go bring him the phone. Snap. Hey, nothing much, man. Nothing much. No problem. No problem. No problem. Okay, hey, can you text that address to my phone right quick? Okay, cool. I should be over there in the next give and take. I want to say like maybe like 40, 45 minutes, but I got you, bro. Okay, no problem. Cool. All right. Bro. Who I'm on the phone with. I was trying to show y'all that picture, but that picture is actually on this phone that I'm using live, but some other time. But yeah, man, it's just weird, man. You know what I mean? Like Tennessee, like since we've moved down here, like we haven't done like anything crazy in this state, right? That would cause people to be suspicious of us of any means. You see what I'm saying? Now, understand, like I come from a certain background. That's my background. You see what I'm saying? I can't change that and I can't undo that. But as a resident in a state and in a country, you see what I'm saying? Like, I should never have to worry about being followed by someone because they feel like it's not even they even have the right to do so. You see what I'm saying? It's the simple fact that they like to violate people up here, man. Like I know certain people have experienced it up here in Tennessee, but they like to violate people up here, man, and they like to try to take matters into their own hand, but they can easily get shut down when you report the situation to the right people. You see what I'm saying? Like literally, when you report the situation to the right people, like it will put a dent in their plan. You see what I'm saying? It will put a dent in the things that they're doing because they know what they're doing is not right. It's not just. It's against the law. And so when it comes down to it, man, you know what I mean? Like these are the kind of things that we have to deal with. And me personally being a Christian, you see what I'm saying? So I'm no exempt. Even though I'm a Christian, it doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying to these people? Even though I'm living life the right way, it doesn't matter, but they they just on a good one, man. They on a good one, man, and they just like doing silly stuff, man. And I've tried to open people's eyes to what's going on. Of course, some people believe me. Of course, my wife, she supports me 100%. Because we've seen these things. We've seen these things. We've experienced the harassment. You know what I mean? Like not her necessarily, but me. Yeah, I've experienced the harassment. I've experienced the following. I've experienced now. I'm at peace with myself. You know what I mean? And I'm not worried about a thing. I'm not even stressed out about anything. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just sharing it. You know what I mean? Like just for awareness. I'm not worried about them trying to do anything because there's nothing they can do unless God allows them. But when it comes down to it, this pattern and this thing that they keep doing, it's just like it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. I can't move, like literally, I can't move nowhere. I can't even carry like my on concealed weapon without them thinking like, I'm out here trying to commit some kind of crime or something like that. You see what I'm saying? And I have the right. And as a matter of fact, I have the right to open carry. I have the right to open carry anywhere, not anywhere, but wherever I'm legally allowed to do so, right? And yeah, so they just extra, man. You know what I mean? They're extra special. And the crazy thing about it is, right, I've actually held a badge with the sheriff's office, right? I've actually held a badge. You know what I mean? I had to go through the whole process. You see what I'm saying? And I still got a copy of that badge, even though I'm not, you know what I mean, like moving around with them or whatever, yada, 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 so on and so forth. It's weird, man. It's just weird. They got all the information that they need on me, but it's certain people. And part of it, too, is the work that I do, and the work that I do, right? When these people can't get their way, when they can't get their way, they try to communicate with their little buddies to give them little favors and stuff like that. So they start doing illegal things. You see what I'm saying? And then there's a lot of these Freemason freak shows that's out here too. You know what I mean? Like they always trying to control something. You see what I'm saying? And personally, I'm not with all that, man. I'm not with it at all. You know what I mean? So whenever I feel violated in any way, I like to make it be known. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like I'm not, yeah, man. They just wild, man. They're wild. Something as simple as me coming out to get a oil change. That's it, man. Minding my own business. Minding my own business. Coming out to get an oil change, only to be followed and harassed. Which island? How you know I ain't American, man? What's up, India? No, I'm actually from Haiti, man. I'm from Haiti. I'm a Haitian. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, you know what I mean? We just live in a strange world, man. In this strange world that we live in, man, there's certain people, man, they don't know when to let things go, man. You know what I mean? They don't know when they're like, it's like they don't respect boundaries. You see what I'm saying? They don't respect boundaries. They don't respect you as a person. And they think that they can control everything and everyone. And that's not the way life works, man. That's not the way life works. You know, there's boundaries. There's people's, like, you know what I mean? Just because personally, and I've spoken about this before. Okay, yes, sir. Yeah, the accent come out once in a while. Sometimes people say they can't hear it, but yeah, it's there, man. Sometimes when I do too much talking, the little Haitian starts coming out, man. But just like I've told people, right, just because that I'm a Christian, right, and I believe what I believe in strongly, with no doubt in my mind, man, and I would never change that up, and I would never switch that up for nobody. But at the end of the day, too, I also understand that I can't force that on anyone. And because I can't force that on anyone, I'm not expecting people to become Christian. You see what I'm saying? Just because I tell them to become Christian. And at the same time, too, when it comes down to this world we're living in, you know what I mean? Like, these people can't be running around here, you know what I mean, trying to control you and try to tell you what to do. Or, you know what I mean? Like, every move that you make, you see what I'm saying? Like, they're on your trail for no reason. So, yeah, man, it's sad. It's really sad, man. Like I said, man, I'm not out here committing crimes. I'm not out here doing anything illegal. I'm just out here being a human, and I'm just out here, you know, just living my life. And I get violated, man. I get violated. I get followed. I get But see, the thing is, right? They'll send people to send subliminal messages, but at the same time too, they themselves, won't never come confront me. Because they know, like, if they come confront me, that I'm gonna address them and I'm gonna address them correctly and I'm gonna address them like a man, and let them know, like, I'm not with the foolishness, man. You see what I'm saying? And that I know my rights and I know, you see, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I have kids, I have responsibilities, and my focus is where it needs to be at. So I think that's me right there. Hey, what's going on? Oil change? Okay, thank you, bro. Gracias. Oh, shoot. I'm bad, Jay. I'm trying to live from this mechanic shop right quick. All right. That's better. One, 61, 47. 146. My bad, I gotta get all these plugs in there. But I would hate though, man, like for somebody to be out living their life, man, and just minding their own business, and that's where part of our issue with a lot of these police crimes and people getting murdered and so on and so forth. This is part of where some of that stuff like literally like derived from. This is where part of that stuff come from. You see what I'm saying? And I mean, like, I try to stay away from that kind of conversation, because I really used to be into that conversation, and I really used to feel some type of way, right? I really did. I used to feel some type of way when I used to hear how people were being hurt by the same thing that's supposed to be protecting them, right? I used to feel some type of way, and don't get me wrong, I still do feel some type of way because I really do feel like um, that our law enforcement individuals are given a responsibility, and some of them choose this responsibility, and some of them are called to this responsibility. Yet some of them shouldn't be. You see what I'm saying? Like, in that position, in that role.
Now you might say, who am I to say that, right? It's not who am I to say that, but it's evident. It's evident in the way that they carry themselves, in the way that they treat people, in the way that they pervert the law. And they do things that are, contrary to justice. And this is where I feel some type of way. You know what I mean? And that's where I feel like when it comes down to it, like literally, people in that position should be held at a certain accountability level. Now, don't get me wrong, right? We're all humans. We all make mistakes. We're flawed. No cop is perfect. A cop is a human being. You see what I'm saying? Even the ones that try to act like they're militant and try to act like they're cyborg the killer. You know what I mean? I still feel like as a human being that they have a responsibility. And that responsibility is to serve and protect. I don't care if they pick up a bazooka to go and declare war, right? But I still believe that they have a responsibility. And they can't take that responsibility for granted. They can't abuse that responsibility. If I'm expected to be a good citizen, I definitely expect people who are in some kind of authority position to not abuse their power and not misuse their power. You see what I'm saying? And that they would honor it, and that they would honor it in the most respectful way and be the best example that they can be. Now, there's some of us that are out here that are kind of like hothead and rude and disrespectful, prideful, and use the left lane to make a U-turn on Murfreesboro Road. And live in a certain type of way. When it comes down to it, you see what I'm saying? If we're bringing that type of energy, so to speak, right? If we're bringing that kind of like mindset, so when it comes down to it, then guess what? We have the right to be held accountable. We have the right to what we get and so on and so forth. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's on us. It's on us because we were not the example that we were supposed to be. You see what I'm saying? In other words, if I'm out here thugging and I'm out here gangbanging and so on and so forth, and I'm expecting, you know what I mean, like everything to go smooth for me, nah, man, it's not. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it works at all. You see what I'm saying? That's not like you can't be out here living a certain type of way and then expecting, you know what I mean, like for people to just like overlook your actions. But if you out here and you're living the right type of way and you're out here, you know what I mean, doing your thing and so on and so forth, you know what I mean, and you're getting harassed illegally or you're getting harassed, you know what I mean, just because somebody ain't got nothing better to do, then yeah, you got the right to speak out and speak up. You got the right to bring things like that to the light, and you don't let nobody intimidate you and bully you from talking about those things. And of course, you know, as Christians, we're supposed to pray about things, and we do pray about things, but at the same time too, we also got to take action in regards to certain things too. You see what I'm saying? We gotta let the department head or whoever is in charge, you know what I mean, let them know what's going on. Let them know um that their individuals are doing things that are illegal. They're doing things that could possibly cause harm. They're doing things that could possibly end up in some type of major lawsuit. You see what I'm saying? And if they don't address those people, then yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's why I've encouraged in the past, man. Anybody that's in that position, stop giving your buddies favor, man. Stop giving people favors. Stop going along with somebody else's plan. I don't care if they're part of your cult or whatever, yada yada yada. Stop giving people favors, man. Stop doing that. You see what I'm saying? Especially against innocent people, because it's gonna backfire. It's gonna backfire, and it's gonna cause you more harm in the long run. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, be a respectful and honorable type of person. You know, like it's just that simple. It's just that simple. I mean, like, I don't know what other way to say it. You know, besides do what's right. Do what's right and stop catering to the foolishness. Stop feeding into the foolishness. Stop being part of the problem. Be part of the solution. Be part of the solution. You expect me to be an example. You expect me to be part of the solution, right? But if you're not being part of the solution, and you're just, you know, like I said too, man, part of it is just a control thing, man. Certain people, they just want control. They want control. They want you to do what they say, but yet they themselves, you know, are not being that example. That's bad. That's bad. That's not good. I'm trying to figure out, like, how does that work? That doesn't work like that, man. You know what I mean? The person with the simplest common sense should already know that. Seriously, like, that's not the way life works. You tell somebody to do something and this and that and so on and so forth, but yet you yourself, you know what I mean? You're not applying yourself. That's foolishness. You become the lesson before you try to teach it to somebody else. You got to be the lesson before you try to teach it to somebody else. I can't talk about something that I'm not living, man. Straight up. I can't talk about something that I'm not living at all. It's foolishness. You see what I'm saying? It's literally foolishness. Yeah. But since we moved out here, man, we've had well, I personally, mainly me, you know what I mean, not my wife. They knew better not to harass my wife, because if they did, you know what I mean, we would have a serious issue. But I personally have been dealing with all this stuff, man. Like, literally, you know what I mean. I've been dealing with a lot of this stuff, man. And part of it too is because I refuse. I refuse to go along with their games, man. I refuse to go along with their ways. I refuse to go along with their games. I refuse to go along with their ways. I refuse to join their cults and so on and so forth. I refuse, you know what I mean, to be their puppet on the string. Like, I refuse all that stuff. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a human being that cares for people and that want to see people get out of their bad situations and live a transformed and changed life, you know, and the devil just doesn't like that. Instead, he's trying to offer me all this and that and yada, 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 so on and so on. I don't want no part of that, man. I do not want no part of that, man. I care about my soul. I care about where I spend my eternity, man. You see what I'm saying? I ain't trying to go to hell, man. Like, straight up, because that's all they want to offer you. They want to offer you hell. They're not trying to offer you, you know, they can't offer you eternal life. They can't offer, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want no part of foolishness, man. I love Jesus way too much, man. I love Jesus way too much. You know what I mean? They'll offer you women. They'll offer you money. They'll offer you all these things, man. I don't want no part of that, man. I'm okay with just being me, man. I'm okay. I'm okay with having a wife and kids and, being a wholesome person or a person that loves Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay with that. I ain't trying to be part of their foolishness. It's a game to them, but to me, it's not a game. I've tried to live that lifestyle, man. I was running around doing stupid stuff. I was running around doing all that crazy stuff, man. So I'm good, man. I'm bad. Shoot, it's hard to read this. It's hard to read your comment. It's really hard to read your comment. I really wanna almost add you on here. Yeah, it's hard to read your comment because I'm driving on the freeway right now and I'm trying to be careful, man, not to crash. So, pardon me. I think I should be able to go back later on and reply to your comment. Um, but yeah, man, yeah. There's so much more to life. There's so much more to life than what this world try to offer you, man. They try to offer you a lie. They try to offer you things, to ensnare and trap your soul. They really do. They try to tell you, okay, if you become part of this, you become part of that. We got you, and I don't need you. You see what I'm saying? I got God. You see what I'm saying? I got the body of Christ. You see what I'm saying? I got people who sincerely care about me, and not people who are trying to mislead me and misguide me and put me in a position in life where I lose it all. And I'm not talking about all material things, but I'm talking about my soul, man. Like, my soul is important to me, man. It's very important to me. I don't want to be in the midst of people who are trying to mislead me and misguide me and this and that, like telling me, oh yeah, come on, let's put our purses together, so to speak, right? Like what the scripture talks about. Basically, let's put our wallets together. Let's put our bags together. And like, nah, man, we ain't doing none of that, man. You, I'm me. You see what I'm saying? And my goal is to try to lead you to Christ. And my goal is to try to help you get away from the lifestyle that you're living. I ain't got time to be putting nothing together with you that's gonna lead me, you know what I mean, like away from God, man. Like that's like I'll be a fool to do such thing. I'll be a fool to live such a way, right? It's nonsense. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of things that don't make sense to them, right? It doesn't make sense to them because some of them know that they've been deceived. They know they've been deceived, and now they're in a trap. And because they're in the trap, they're trying to take down as many people down from their wicked ways. But some of them refuse to. You see what I'm saying? They love the pleasure too much. They love the things of this much, man. They love money, sex, and drugs. They love their alcohols and all that crazy stuff, man. So they don't want to change, man. They don't want to change. They just want to be the same. They want to be the same person that they are. And continue to do the same thing that got them trapped up in that lifestyle. Come on, man. Yeah, man. They sitting back here worried about me doing the wrong thing. Nah, man. I'm trying to do all the right things, man. I'm trying to make sure that I'm honoring God with my life, man. That's what I'm trying to do. All that other stuff, man. Nah, man. I ain't got time for it, man. I don't. I don't. I was talking to this gentleman yesterday, man, and this guy just like comes out of nowhere, out of the blue, and he starts talking about women, this, that. I'm like, man, listen, man, I ain't. And then he started cussing God out too. I'm like, man, hey, listen, man, I ain't really trying to have no conversation with you, man. Number one, you cussing God out, and then number two, man, I ain't trying to hear about your women, this and that. You know what I mean? Like, I got a wife at home, man. I'm good. You see what I'm saying? The Lord has blessed me with a wife, a beautiful wife, and I'm content, man. I'm content with the wife that I have. You know what I mean? Like, she's good enough. She's more than good enough. She's awesome, man. She's an amazing woman of God who I love and I love very dearly and I cherish, man. You know, and I don't need anything outside of that. I don't need anything outside of that. If it's not mine, I don't want it. I want nothing to do with it. So, yeah, I make it my intentions to live the right way. I make it my intentions to honor God. You see what I'm saying? And thank Him and praise Him for what He's given me. You know, and that's it. You know, I see a lot of these broken souls and a lot of these hurting people, man. I see it out here, man. They're empty. They're soulless. They don't have like any soul inside. Their soul look like it's gone, man. You know, and you want me to fall into that kind of trap. That's the devil, man. That's why he harassed me. That's why he follows me around. That's why he's trying to do things to try to disturb my life, you know, but like I said, by the grace of God, I've overcome those things. I talk about it, but by the grace of God, I overcome those things because I know if I'm going through it, I know that somebody else is going through it and they're trying to understand what's going on. You see what I'm saying? I mean, if you're not doing anything wrong and you're not living in the wrong way, then you have nothing to worry about. But if you're living in the wrong way and it's happening, you know what I mean? You just got to understand that's just the way the devil works, man. The devil is a distraction against progress. He's a distraction against you living your life as you're supposed to. That's all he is. He's just a distraction. He's a distraction, and he's trying to throw you off course. And he'll do anything or whatever is necessary. You see what I'm saying? He'll take something that's supposed to stand for something good and pervert it and twist it because it's just the way he works. He's a coward that way, man. You know what I mean? He got foot soldiers, man. Yeah, man. He got foot soldiers, you know what I mean? Like, I remember going through something, and when I went through that one thing that I went through, everything was supposed to be done in a legal way, right? In a legal way. These people went out of their way to try to ruin my life. You see what I'm saying? So I've dealt with that nonsense, but yet I'm still standing, man. I'm still standing and I'm still prevailing by the grace of God. They can't stop me. They're not going to stop me. You see what I'm saying? They can try to, but at the end of the day, they're not. You know what I mean? I rebuke them in the name of Jesus, and I plead the blood of Jesus, man. I put on the full armor of God because I know it's a spiritual warfare. I know I'm in a spiritual battle. You see what I'm saying? It's not against flesh and blood. It's the enemy. It's the enemy. The enemy is he's just good at what he does. You see what I'm saying? And he likes to target people, man. He likes to target people. People that are doing the will of God. People that are walking in righteousness. People that have their eyes focused on the prize. That's just what the devil does. That's what he does, man. So I don't worry about these people, man. But I definitely will put them on blast, man. I'll put them on blast and I expose them. And like I say, I've had to go talk to their bosses, you know, and tell their bosses and say, hey, man, get your people, man. You know what I mean? Because they're sitting out here, you know what I mean? Like they're doing too much, you know. And yeah, I had to address those situations because you know they're so used to bullying people and pushing people around. So I guess they expect me to be scared. They expect me to be intimidated. You know what I mean? By their foolishness. Like I'm not. I don't put up with that stuff, man. I don't like. And it's not. At first, I used to be upset and angry about situations like that, but after a while, I'm just like, you know what, man? Nah, man. I'm just, yeah. I'll just expose them and I'll just put them out there on the front street and let people know. You know, Tennessee has been like one of the weirdest states that I ever moved into. It has been like one of the weirdest states that I ever moved into. You know what I mean? I've never experienced such harassment like I've done in Tennessee. And I can say all day is a racial thing, But that's not true, man. That's not true. I don't want to say it's a racial thing. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to say because I'm a black person that's why I'm being harassed. No, it's a control thing. It's a control thing, control to manipulate, to you know what I mean, like all that. So that's all it is. It's just a control thing, and they want to control you. If they can't control you, so they're willing to go out of their way to do things. You see what I'm saying? To try to interrupt your life. You know, these people I've been working for on and off for about 7 years now, almost 7 years, right? And while I've been working for these people, right, I've I've seen the patterns and bonuses and this and that and so on and so forth, right? You know, they decided yesterday that they're gonna steal from me because the reason why they wanted to steal from me is because I would not submit to their ways, right? If I do things their way, if I let them, you know what I mean, basically control me and I do what they say, then they'll treat me like a puppy. They'll treat me like a dog, right? Like they're giving me some kind of treat or something like that, which is very, very disrespectful. And the reason why I say that's disrespectful is because I'm a grown man. Like I'm literally like a whole grown man, and you're trying to treat me like a kid. You're trying to treat me like a kid, and you're trying to take things from me that belongs to me. You see what I'm saying? You're trying to take things from me that belongs to me because I won't do what you say. That's foolishness, man. That's discrimination. That's foolishness and discrimination. Like, who does that? Only a person that's manipulative, or only a person, you know what I mean, who's trying to control you. They've tried to tempt me with all different kind of things, man. The whole 9 yards, man. They even got involved in my own in my legal situation. All that. You see what I'm saying? And it's sad. It's sad. It's disappointing. It's really disappointing because they're in cahoots with each other. They're in cahoots with each other, and if you ain't their doggy that they can pet, like, that's disrespectful. That's very disrespectful. So that's what I tell y'all, man. Be careful, man. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. You know what I mean? I'm only expressing this. You know, I don't usually talk about this on this channel, man. I don't talk about this kind of stuff on this channel, man. I don't like to magnify, so to speak, things like this on this channel. You see what I'm saying? Because that's not what this channel is about. It's not about getting into political debates. It's not about, you know what I mean? But I just gotta let y'all know, man. I just gotta keep y'all informed, man. And yeah, you know, it's it's wild, man. It's wild, and it's in Tennessee, man. It's a weird state, man. It's a it's a weird state. I've never been a fan of this state, man. People ask me, do I like this state? I'm like, no, I'm not. It's not my cup of tea, man. You know what I mean? But God brought us here, and because He brought us here, I believe that He brought us here for a reason. You know what I mean? So there's things that my eyes have been opened up to as well as I'm looking and I'm watching and I'm seeing. You see what I'm saying? There's things that I've been exposed to that have shown me some things. So yeah, when it's all said and done, you know what I mean. So God brought us here for a reason. He brought me here for a reason. I've taken the opportunity to grow as a person here. I've taken the opportunity to, you know, get some education. I've taken the opportunity to restructure my life. You know, there's some great people here, man. Like, everybody here is not, it's not bad. And I'm not trying to say that everybody here is bad. There's some great people here. I know some great people here, man. I attend a great church. I've made some good friends here. I got some good friends here. So on and so forth. You know what I mean? But when it's all said and done, though, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is with this place, man. And the things that I've experienced and the things that I've seen, you know what I mean? I can literally tell you that this state, like the governor here, I love the governor here. I think the governor here is awesome, man. I think he's a great man. And it's just certain people here, man. It's just, yeah. You know what I mean? And like I said, man, they got all these different things going on, man. Yeah, and I see people out here too. You know what I mean? Thriving, doing their thing, working. You know what I mean? And so on and so forth. You know what I mean? And so, yeah. But yeah, man. I'm gonna stop going on and on about this, man. Just be aware, man. If you're dealing with any kind of this, and I'm sure Tennessee is not just the only state that does this stuff. You know, um, there's other states that have done this stuff as well. I'm sure there's probably done this that's doing this stuff, but then they're just probably targeting certain people, harassing certain people, messing with certain people. Um, but yeah, man, don't be discouraged, man. Do not be discouraged, man. So yeah, yeah. But get some people on your side, and always keep people informed, man. Keep people informed. Let them know. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm dealing with this weird situation that seems off. I just stay on my diatone. How do they say it? Not diatone, but stay as an emergency contact. You see what I'm saying? Just in case I need to call you or something like that, and so on and so forth. You know, and then also too, make reports of these things, man. Make reports of these things. Like, be very intentional about it. You know what I mean? And if you feel like you need to record a few things, do that as well. You know what I mean? Do that as well. Push that button, record. You know what I mean? And so on and so forth. These days we have a lot. We have a lot on our side, so to speak, where we can literally try to protect ourselves. And yeah. So, yeah, I got this neighbor, right? I guess she wants to be a cop so bad, right? She's nothing but a paramedic. You know what I mean? She works for, I think, probably like the fire department, and she be reporting me to them, and I don't even know this chick. And there's nothing that she can actually say that I'm doing wrong. That she should be, you know what I mean, trying to play cop, trying to play lieutenant, or trying to play sergeant. It's just it's the way that they try to maneuver, man, because they weird, man. They weird. They I'm serious, man. They just weird. They do weird things, man. You know what I mean? You should have something better to do with your life than sitting back here trying to spy out somebody else's life. You see what I'm saying? And trying to make it seem like, you know what I mean? It's weird, man. People are weird, man. They are. They can be very weird. Yeah, man. Ah, but praise be to God, man. Praise be to Yahweh. Praise be to Yahweh. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get off this thing, y'all. But man, God bless y'all, man. Have a blessed day. All right, stay up, and I'll read those comments, man. I'll read those comments. All right, peace.